As you can see, I have a ton of parts for the LS1. We're gonna start putting them all on in this video. This isn't even everything. That'll at least get us started. This is all of the, not all, almost all. Pretty much all of the front end accessories I need for the LS1. I have the water pump. I want the LS7 style water pump. That way this hose outlet is on the driver's side versus over here, the passenger side. Should make hose routing a little cleaner and easier. Gaskets for that. A new AC Delco alternator, F-body power steering pump, tensioner. Then I have the whole kit from ICT Billet to install all of this. Hopefully. Boy, that's a lot of nuts and bolts. And the power pump pulley, which I don't have the tool to press this on, nor the bolt. So yeah. First, I'm gonna start with the instructions. Ooh, it even has drawings. Nice. Pretty straightforward. Well, first, I'm gonna get this water pump on because this is gonna be like in the way of everything. First ever water pump I've done on an LS. Really the only work I've ever done on an LS. This tape's been on here for a minute, hasn't it? See if I can do this without losing the gaskets. I have my doubts. One finished water pump. Onto the alternator. Man, this is some good looking stuff. I can see why people recommend this. Nice and lightweight too. Need a spacer. Aha. Well then, chuck this up there, I guess. Like this. Ah, yes. Dudes, that is a super nice and solid kit. I love how it's mounted down low. I hate it when they got stuff up here. Now granted, my power steering pump's going up here, but either way. Everything looks nice and aligned with each other. Sweet. If I have to say so myself, it looks like this engine is actually starting to become an engine on the power steering pump. Hopefully this goes just as smoothly. May or may not have just jinxed myself. Look at all that. Why are there so many parts just for a power steering pump? Well, let's find out. Cancer and reproductive harm. Okay, that's probably not good. I wish this set over this way a little bit, but this is just the way that you get the kit when you do the Corvette style pulley. It is what it is. For the time being, I just gotta throw the tensioner on and this is about done. All right, all the accessories are done. Very happy with how it turned out. And if I didn't mention it before, I'll mention it now. This is a C5 or Corvette accessory kit, because this engine came out of a Corvette It has a Corvette crankshaft pulley, which someone actually said this one's aftermarket, which it does look aftermarket. And what's nice about the Corvette setup is it sits closer to the engine than the F-body and the trucks. So it goes, the Corvette is closest to the engine, all the pulleys, and then F-body, and then truck stuff. So this will actually give me the most room for my radiator and fan setup. Not that I think I'll have an issue, but it's still nice having more room. A couple small things we gotta do. I'm gonna mount the shifter. I'm gonna have to take the interior apart a little bit and cut out the shifter hole somewhat to get the MGW shifter in there. So let's get working on that. Then there's a couple other little things I want to get done today. As you can tell, I already went through the wonderful process of disassembling an E36 interior. Good stuff. I gotta make this hole bigger for the shifter. That ought to do it. Come on, get in there. There we go. Nice. Clean that up, add the gasket maker, add some grease, bolt it down, good to go. I think I'm in. One, two, three, four, five. 6 is over there somewhere. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Alright, all nice and trimmed. Try to keep it like a general rectangle, but yeah, happy with that. Not happy with this huge mess though, but we'll save that for another day. I also got all new expanding nuts, fit all those little holes in the engine bay and fender wells and whatnot, so they're all black and nice and new. Don't want to put that in yet because I still need access to the back of the engine, but that is going to clean everything up real nice, as expected. Alright, shifter's done. Interior's still apart because who knows what wiring I'll have to do. What I want to do now is take this brake line off, the one that's touching the engine. It's just from the master to the pump. Should be pretty easy to take off. I want to take that off and kind of bend it and get it off of touching the header right there. Go. Just need to see if I can adjust this. I was able to get a slightly more aggressive curve on here without kinking it, so I think this is going to help me fit it onto the pump without touching the exhaust manifold. So let me throw this in and check clearances. Sides tightened up. It's still running in the factory location, but you can see just how much clearance I gained. Now, of course, is it still close to the exhaust manifold? Yes, but it's no longer touching, so that's a win in my opinion. What I think I'm going to do is actually, based off the bracketry here, I'm gonna build a little heat shield just to kind of protect the pump from excess heat from this runner here mainly. Will it help? I think so. I think it'll be just fine. We'll see if I end up doing that. Now, additionally, finished up all the pedals. The throttle was already, hooked up. You saw that in the last video. That cable's already all run. I finished the brakes and I finished the clutch. So all that is reassembled. I have the new line running in here. You see I ran new lines to the ABS pump and to the clutch slave cylinder and all that, because I hate the factory, like those ugly blue ones, just like this. This is just ugly, in my opinion. An ugly, old, blue line. So I got all new lines here, and of course they are made for brake fluid. They're not just vacuum lines. Two different sizes, because there's two different sizes on this reservoir here. Don't know why, but either way, ran the lines down here to the pump and then the new one in for the clutch. So let me show you. I am happy with that. I think it turned out very nice and stealthy. Those are new lines. You shouldn't have to worry about those leaking or anything. And they're not blue and super ugly. Now, for those of you that have changed a clutch slave cylinder on these cars, know that it's kind of annoying and a pain. You lay on your back, you're under the car, you're like looking up, you're squished. But I didn't even film that because I wouldn't even get a camera angle. But it's done, so let me show you. I think a flashlight would help. So everything is all nice and hooked up. Got my clutch. Obviously it doesn't spring back because there's no fluid in it yet, but the brake's connected. Throttle, if you guys want to see the throttle, it works perfect. Springs right back into action even when I let it off slow. So that I'm real happy with. All that stuff under there, done. You can see the new slave cylinder up here connected and see how much of a pain it was. I had to add, if you can tell, I had to add new bolts because when you go to OBD2 cylinder, you need longer bolts. And then the chase base clutch line is in behind there, nice and hooked up. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Got a lot done. All the front end accessories are on except the AC compressor, which I am going to add AC to this car. Just got to figure out what setup I want to go with. Haven't decided yet. All the brake hoses are done. The brake system is fully sealed. So now I can fill this up and start the wonderful process of bleeding it. And yeah, that's going to be fun. With that being said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video featuring the E36. Don't forget about the ZR2 Diesel and the LB7 ZF6, which is, well, it's outside. So we'll see you next time.